You need to list your ingredients. People want to see what are the contents of your product. Then the regulatory requirements. So the instruction is very critical. Safety instruction is very critical. Pack weight is very critical. People want to see it and many more. Everything needs to be present on your packaging items. Those are it's part of the component of the packaging. Then product identification, the name of your product. Which one do you want to sell? Is it the name you want to sell or the brand? So is it your company name you want to sell on product or the brand? So you can have different examples of big people now that are selling the name. You can hear PZ, PZ, PZ. People hardly know what product they are selling. Once they know it's come from PZ, yes, they are good to go. You can hear Dettol. People hardly know which company is producing Dettol. They know the brand, they don't know the name of the company that is Reckitt Benckiser. So it depends on what you want to sell. Anyone you go for, it's your choice. Then the barcode. This is the barcode. Where do you want to sell the product? All these things are part of restriction. QR is just quick response. It's just like an item you can scan on the product. And then the trademark, TM, the trademark. So all these things are part of the quality and that make people go for your products. So they are all components of the packaging items that you really want to use to sell your product and go away with any restriction. You can go into supermarket, you can go into top shop, you can go anywhere for you to present your product, even international, with all these components that if they are rightly chosen and they are put together rightly. Next slide. Now, this slide is saying what in the pack sells the product. And then the next one you are seeing the social entrepreneur. Anybody that is going into business, we see them as an entrepreneur. Then if you're an entrepreneur and you are not social, you are losing a 50% of your chance in trade. It's part of the trick. You need to be social. You need to be social. If you are not social, look at all social media. So if you join Facebook, you join Instagram, you join WhatsApp, you join, anything you join, is this your name that you are presenting? Is it your product you are presenting? If you are a good entrepreneur and you join social media,
Alaji Bakare, please remind me to unmute your computer. Alaji Bakare, please unmute. Thank you.
Is frozen.
is it just now or it's been long?
Okay, now we are continuing now.
So can you hear me up to this point, please?
Yes,
hello?
We are hearing you now.
Okay, sorry. I don't know how that's got so now, so that's what this area is talking about, is the social, any entrepreneur, anybody in business is an entrepreneur. So we believe that if you're an entrepreneur, you need to be social. So if you are not social, then we want to know what are you doing in business. So, and then if you join any social media, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, or any one of you, if you are not really social with it, then you are losing 50% of your chances in trade. So if you have a product and you join social media and your name is what people are knowing, maybe as Alaji Bakare or something, and your product is hidden somewhere, then you are not an entrepreneur. So showcase your product in any social media you are, it's part of the trick. So flash them with one pager of details of your product and what you do with your business. It's part of the trick. So social entrepreneurship is one of the critical tricks in any packaging item you are taking into the trade for people to purchase. Next slide, please. Next slide, yeah. So now,
slide, secretary.
Yes, I put a logo at the top here, which is giving us the idea on the stock, the code, and the cost and all that. So that particular logo is a combination of different things that goes together in anything you do. for your product. So you will need to put in what you have in stock and how you are going to push it out. Any item in your stock is a waste of resources, it's a waste of money. So what you need to do is to make sure it's out of your stock. They need to go out to the final users. So in the component of your product, you need color. Like I said earlier, this is the last slide. So you need color. Like I show you in the second slide of my presentation, which color catch your attention most? That's the driven color, whether the yellow or the red. So it's a driven color that you need to watch out for, that need to be conspicuous in any of packaging items. The gift is one of the trick. So having using the color as a trick, which is the first thing that people see when they enter a top shop, then the gift. So when they get closer, when your color attracts them and they get closer and they say, oh, buy one and get two free. Oh, buy save 50%. Buy for 150, buy for 100 naira. It's a gift you are giving to consumer. People want to see the benefits, free gifts attached to it, or you're attaching another product as a gift into your product. It's one of the trick. Then health tips. So this one goes mainly onto the health product, like whether medicine, whether food item or all that. You can say sugar-free, cholesterol-free, all those kind of things are part of the trick. That's okay, fine. People living with diabetes can really buy your product. Oh, it's for general body, everybody can use it. Oh, this is the benefits of this product. So people want to see that kind of health tips that they can get from your product. Then the claims. When you are, many of the advertisements you are seeing that goes with whether gift or any other thing, they say terms and condition still remains. Meaning that there is a claim you are giving to them, there's something you are telling them to do, and there's something you need back from them or they want to get from you. So all those things are what the consumer need to do to get something from you is the terms and condition. And are they really going to get it? The term and condition that, yes, if the consumer does this, they are going to get this. It's part of the trick. So the claims, what are you claiming on your product? 99% jam can be killed 99% jam, 99% jam free. All those kind of things is part of the claims that you want to substantiate, and you want people to know that, yes, we are there and we are here to protect you. This is the pandemic period. You can see all the hygiene products making a lot of claims because they know it contain 96% of alcohol and this and that. And they say, yes, this thing contains 96% of alcohol. They are claiming it and they need to substantiate it, that yes, it's truly there. So those claims make a big claim. In South Africa recently, a company was sued into the court saying what? They said what they put on their pack, they cannot substantiate it. No document to support it. They are making like maybe 90% something or 98% something, and they cannot substantiate. Then they were fined. They were fined. So claim is very good. It's a trick, but if you cannot substantiate it, then it can land you to jail as well. So any claim you are putting your product must be able to be substantiated on your pack. Then environmental impact. So even in Nigeria now are giving us a lot of policy coming up that polymer need to be reduced because the biodegradability of polymer is very low. 50, 70, 100 years to degrade this, it becomes a nuisance in society. So how environmental friendly is your product? How much are you reducing the plastic? And what are the alternatives you are providing to do all those things for you? So then the certification, what certificate do you have? Do you have certification for your product? Are they really authentic? Are they really recognized by SON, NAFDAC, and all the authorities involved? Then the weight. People want to know the weight. How much weight are you putting there? Is it really true? If you say 50 grams, is it really 50 grams? So they want to know. Then handling. So if I go to your product and you say you are producing 2 liters, can I really handle it? Is it possible for me to handle? Do I need somebody to help me? So you see, even some people will give you 100 ml items. If you hold it, the thing will just break into pieces. There are some bottled water where you hold them, you can hardly, they are no rigid at all in form. You cannot hold them in form. As you are holding and you are trying to open it, all the water will just pour on you. It's a bad packaging. People don't want to repeat purchasing that. So handling, if I want to undo it and I want to open it, is it really rigid enough for me to open and do that, all those functions? So then the point of sales, where do you want to sell your product? Is it in top shop? Is it in open shop? Is it by the corner of, do you want to sell it by yourself? Do you want to display them? Can it be displayed under the sun? So all those things need to be put together, and those are the tricks that need to work together for you to have a very good packaging in trade. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for that straight and direct to the point tips. And we really appreciate that. We would like to encourage us all to drop in our questions in the chat section so that we don't have audio issues and interruptions. And if you have any question that you would really like to say, we have about 43 participants online now. It would be good to also raise hands. So if you raise your hand, then the admin can actually give attention to you. While we are expecting the questions to come in, we would like to move on to the second presentation for the day, and that is no other one than the one coming from the president, Dr. Security Ajani himself. And I go straight to that now. And that has to do with overview on product packaging and labeling. Please be aware that we are just strategic about starting this series because it is going to follow like modules. We are starting with the basics, and the deep and the technical ones will follow through the next series. Thank you. Dr. Ajani, you have it.
I'm on.
Yes, please.
All right, good morning. Can you all hear me, please? All right, good morning. I'm excited to be here to at least to host everybody. I can see we still have our members are still coming in. The series we'll be going through, and I'm happy with what Mr. Bakari did. He's actually introduced us to packaging. And for today, since it's going to come in different series, I'll be handling product packaging, and I may not probably go into labeling because of time. So, though my opening slides probably will have given us an insight of what labeling is all about. You can see that all my packaging materials, they are not labeled. So they should be in tandem with each other. You can't have packaging without labeling. But let's just look at the fundamentals of packaging for the next slide, please. The next slide will give us the rundown of what I'm going to do. That's the synopsis of my presentation. Next slide. Next slide, please. That's the content of our presentation today. Next slide. And we'll be probably, if we have the time, we'll talk a bit of labeling if that time permits us. The definition, let's go back to the first slide. The first slide, please. Now, the definition we're having here on packaging is the World Packaging Organization reference that I've just chosen, that packaging is all about a coordinated system, which includes transport, distribution, storage, retailing, and end use. So it's from farm, let me use that word, from farm to table. So it's a very, packaging is an essential tool which has all those properties for protection, distribution, marketing, and consumer satisfaction again. So this gives you, or it gives us, a brief of the components of packaging in terms of definition of what packaging is all about. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, you need to consider this 5M anytime you want to deal with anything called packaging of our products. And these 5Ms must come to our head at every point in time. Materials, machinery, manpower, methods, and money. Very, very key when we are talking of packaging. And the little thing I'm going to add probably at the end of this talk has to do with how we fare in this period of COVID, the impacts of COVID too on packaging trends and consumer demands generally worldwide. This one is equally very big. you need to talk of the materials. I don't want to repeat what my earlier speaker said. The machineries involved, we need that. The manpower, require manpower, which has to do with various more. Packaging is multidisciplinary, where you have virtually all fields are in that in the field. And with what we are doing now, at least people got to know that packaging is not just about putting something or wrapping something in a particular, your product in a particular any material, but we will need to consider the methods, and you need to look at the money involved now, which actually your products, the packaging sells your product at the end of the day, and we need to invest too. The more the packaging, the better our cost element at the end of the day. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, in terms of function, the 3 P's denotes that for preservation, for protection, and presentation. All these are what makes packaging holistic. And in addition, in this case now, if all these are well taken care of, it adds more confidence to the product at the end of the day. And that's why some products today, they are the price givers, they set the pace when it comes to pricing as a result of taking care of the components of in terms of functions of packages, which is noted by 3 P's as we have here. Next slide, please. Next slide. Now, the main function, which stems from protection, preservation, price, profit, promotion, and presentation. This it's a must for us when considering any packaging material. In considering packaging material, as a researcher, what we normally take care of, apart from this main function, has to do with the extrinsic properties and the intrinsic properties. You see that what comes in between them is the packaging material. The packaging material prevents certain material from coming in, and it protects some properties, the organoleptic properties of this world, and some other things which must be conserved or which must be preserved by the packaging. So compatibility is very important in this case, whereby one will not impact negatively on the other. So functions of packaging, once all these are taken care of, is going to give us a very good product at the end of the day, which makes it highly competitive outside there in terms of presentation, in terms of it promotes itself. So all these are what we need to consider as functions of packaging. It may not be limited to this, there may be other ones, but these 6 P's, like I can just put them here, will give us a very good function of packaging. Slide. Now, for any packaging, the various forms of packaging we have may come in this form, and is either primary, it may be secondary and tertiary. But the most important as of now has to do the primary packaging, because that's the packaging materials in direct contact with the food, with your product, with your sample. This must be well taken care of. The other one may be probably for shipment, may be probably for logistics, but they also have their own impacts too. But the primary packaging material is what we need to lay more emphasis on, because these, at the end of the day, we protect or preserve our food over a period of time. And this is corroborated with every other one in terms of the packaging mediums, which now comes after the packaging, like our CFBs, the corrugated fiber boards mostly, which is used as secondary, and pipes too, probably is also, it's used in the area of logistics, probably movement from one state to the other or from one country to the other. The use of containers too can come under tertiary packaging, which are basically for logistics. All these has their various standards which must be followed, and I'm happy my earlier speaker talked a bit about them, because each of them has a particular standard which must, and it's very from country to country. But the most important thing is, in this part of the world, we have all those things in plan. Like you can see the pictorial form here of various packaging medium, the primary packaging here, which it can come in form of flexible materials, polypropylene of this world. The secondary packaging here, you have the CFPs, and the tertiary one may not necessarily be container, but it may come in form of wooden pallets, which is used, and at times plastic pallets are used in the area of logistics in transporting all these, when you talk of bulk transport of materials from one place to the other or from one country to the other. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Now, the most important thing we're after when we do packaging is the product. We want to sell our products. And for every average customer, he spends based on some work, 2.6 seconds making a decision whether to pick up a product or not. You need within that time. So it affects like 75%, it affects the decision of any consumer anytime there. So that's why one needs to be properly placed. You need to put your packaging in a very, one needs to give it a very good second thought if you really want something to come out of it in terms of purchase. So packaging has to sell your product, not just protect it alone. It's a medium through which products are given extra confidence, such that on the first side, it will be taken. And apart from production as well, your brand ambassador is your package. The brand ambassador of any material has to do with the package, the packaging materials which we want to use at the end of the day, because it speaks for it. And anyhow, anywhere we are going to go about it, we have to make sure that we give the required attention to it. And probably before we leave here, this is why we need to look at the current trends in the world today when it comes to packaging of material. And with the COVID-19 in place now, it's actually affected some aspects of packaging because we are looking at eliminating unnecessary packaging, increasing the use of recycled content in the packaging material, and helping to communicate sustainability narratives more effectively, for instance, by showing consumer how to recycle the packaging material. And all this, we need to put hygiene at the back of our mind now. You have to design with hygiene in mind, because as we have it today, since we are living with COVID now, people are getting more extra conscious when it comes to hygiene, and the packaging too must be able to address. So we have to design with hygiene in mind. We have to design for e-commerce, for ship ready, and direct to consumer models too, such that people can relate very well with our product. So all these are what we need to take care of when we want to come about any packaging material. So the various packaging materials which we have and the clientele we have in the back of our mind too will determine the type of packaging we need to put in place. And probably not to boss, I may not want to go into labeling today because that's another aspect. But the packaging part, we need to be more careful now because of the various regulations we have out there now. In that, the Standard Organization of Nigeria always include in any product these days the packaging components, and these are areas where the Institute of Packaging play a very strong role based on our experience and the day-to-day activities we do, so as to regulate and to come up with a very good packaging material for any of the products we're coming up with. So with this in mind, and I'm sure we try as much as possible to package our products such that it's going to be the brand ambassador, because that's the brand ambassador of our products at the end of the day. I think with this, we'll be able to come up with a very competitive product at the end of the day. And at this point in time, I would like to thank you all for listening In our subsequent bullet, in our subsequent series, we will get to expand more on this. I want to thank you all for listening. Thank you all. I'm very grateful. Hello.
Thank you so much, Honorable President, Institute of Packaging of Nigeria, Dr. Spurgeon Ajani, for that presentation. To all the honorable members, executives, professionals, entrepreneurs, and business persons online now, I can see that we had a lot of comments and not questions as the presentation was going on. So I would like to prepare two options or two persons as part of this agenda. So the VP1, that is no other person than Mr. Arogundade, will be talking a bit about membership, while Mrs. Koforola will be talking, Mrs. Ajelabi will be talking to us on the general overview and as a representative of the board of directors. You know, where I come from, they say it is the giant that speaks last, and that is why we would have her for the wrap up. So, VP1 and Mr. Arogundade, can we have you now talk about membership for the esteemed listeners now? Mr. Arogundade. Okay. While he is trying to unmute or to actually take over that, I would like to quickly mention some of the comments as the moderator online. So some persons are doing introduction, and we had a couple of comments. Good lecture, thank you, Mr. Bakari. Wow, straight to the point. And we had good morning, Dr. Ajani, that's from FSAN headquarters, Lagos. And we had also from Joseph Aso, talking about the waiting room. Then Mr. Gbele Rahim says, kudos to IOPN president. Mrs. Aneke Dori said, plenty thanks to the coordinators and to everyone. We thank you also for joining, because without you, there is no us. Mrs. Mojisola Edun, thank you so much, ma'am. Nice to have you online. You said, please, I learned about this, not quite long, and how can I get the slides? I have your email address there. We will definitely get back to everybody, and we will distribute the slides to the participants. Excellent presentation. Kudos to the organizers. That's from Mrs. Tawakali Olaguju. Mr. Bakare, Mr. Arogundade, do we have you ready now? Okay, we have Mommy Koforola saying, well done, our president. Madam Kikelo Mamoroluwa says, this is a beautiful presentation, sirs. Kudos to IOPN, and Mr. Olufemi Shotayo says, these are wonderful presentations. Getting the slides will be fine. He also sent his email address. Trust us, we will definitely share the slides at the end of it all. Good morning, sirs and ma'ams. Please scan the slides. So a lot of persons, I will not be reading. I will appreciate the slide. A couple of persons want the slides. We will share it in PDF format afterwards. We have a lot of comments from Mrs. Chidima Ojako, Madam Kende Olawale, Dr. Fish, Madam Kike Lomo, a lot of persons asking for the slides. We also have from the food processors org saying they also want the slide. Mr. Eni Dadegu says awesome presentation. Oluwola says nice. Olushola says nice presentation. I can continue and continue. You can check the comment section to read for yourself. Since there is no question, I've tried to scan through. It means they were direct, clear, and concise. So we thank you so much, our speakers. You have done a very good justice, because when there is lecture and there are no questions, means maximum understanding. The last, I would say, but not the least, I would say it. We want to give out a site, and we want our members to also benefit from what is going on. So we are aware that a lot of channels to access grants and intervention from the federal government and even outside the country. So at each of the webinar, we'll be giving a tip on such information. I would like to have Madam Mommy Koforola Ajelabi give us her own comments as the representative of the board of directors on this, so that we can give out the link for us to register, and I'll talk about how to access the grants. Thank you very much, everybody. Mommy Ajelabi, can we have you now, ma'am?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, ma'am.
I hope you can hear me now.
Section. We can all hear you. They are writing.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, please?
We are hearing you.
Okay.
Hearing you, ma.
Today is one of my best days in my life. I can share that with you. And I want to thank all the organizers of this. I checked the list of the participants. We are well over 60 now. And I think that is instructive. I want to say the starting has been very, very impressive. But we will be helped by the participants if they key into the program. And those that have been excited, those that have been showing interest to be members of the Institute of Packaging. I think the link will be provided for those of them to be part of us. And in particular, the executive, IOPN executive, they've told us that this is just the beginning and it will be a series. And so I'm sure people will be willing to key into this series, and until we take our country and beyond even our country, our region, and in particular the whole world out of poverty by this profession, we are not done yet. And I'm sure we can do it. And the starting point has shown me that I have more confidence that pandemic or no pandemic in the whole world, God has deposited in professionals to be solution to problems of our time. And in which case, packaging cannot be put in the back burner. Because whatever they talk about the product, talk about the person, talk about whichever you want to actually sell as an endeavor, packaging is the front burner. And I want to thank you, all of you, for this. Thank the participants, thank for those who created time to be part of all today. More importantly, the SMEs among us, please tell them what you have seen. The multinational, they will soon be coming in. We have the big ones that are still coming in. I want to appreciate you and say thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for being part, and I thank God for being part of this privilege.
Thank you once again. Thank you more.
Secretary, can you see?
I would say on behalf of everybody, so that it's not going to be so rowdy, so the presenters and to you, our mommy, for taking out time.
I can't even hear again. It's so faint for me now.
Okay.
I don't know whether you even hear me.
I can hear you loud and clear, ma'am. Can you hear me now, ma'am?
Okay.
So I
the network at my end.
On behalf of all the executives and the presenters and all members, we say a very big boost to you for your unwavering support and motherly advice all the time. If you check the comment section of this very series, I just pasted a link there that leads us to the NASA NIRSAL Finance Bank. That NASA page, if you do not have access to it yet, it will show you that you need to register. So if you click on that link, it's going to take you to the page. That is one of the arms through which the federal government is disbursing money. I can tell you, you can get up to 4 naira. It depends on your proposal, the packages, and all of that. So we would proceed. This is just a link in order to keep within time. We would also proceed on the group chat of the Institute of Packaging Nigeria on guiding us on how to proceed and to access the fund. There is a couple of training and requirements. But the moment you click on it, if you follow the prompt, business name, line of business, a couple of things, just follow the prompt and then you can start your application. You would see register under business support provider. There are a lot of opportunities there that we can use. I tell people something. There is no food, there is no product without packaging. The clothes we wear is a form of packaging. And if we take this very well, we will not only help our nation, because when you're talking about products, you're talking about the sustainability, the reusability, all these things, all the functions of the products we have has to do with packaging. So we should be proud that we are in the industry. So, having said that, please let us comment or acknowledge if you see the link. You can drop your email addresses also and your WhatsApp numbers if you are not already on the group chat. That is where we'll be taking that from. Now, on behalf of VP1, I would like to talk about membership also. The institute is not alive without its members. What does it mean to be a member? It means you have access to information, access to opportunities, and that you also provide support to others in your own means. So it is also about we working as one to make the profession a renowned one as it is in Nigeria. And membership is talking about you having unrestricted access to all of this. Through our social media handles, I've shared also on the chat to say on Facebook, we are IOPN Secretariat. You can look for us and join. On Twitter handle, it is still IOPN Secretariat. You can look for us on Twitter. The same thing on Instagram. And by the next series or the third one, we'll be able to also share our website address. The email is iopnsecretarygeneral@yahoo.com. You can reach us through all these means. Thank you and God bless you. President, I don't know, apart from you being a presenter, you would like to give us a social statement and comments.
All right, thank you. My Honorable Secretary, I really want to appreciate
you again, our Honorable Secretary.
No, I'm speaking now, man. Dr. Ajani is speaking now. Now, I really want to appreciate.
Dr. Ajani, sorry to interrupt. I'm going to mute all, so please unmute yourself. So people are unmuting themselves. Please unmute yourself immediately.
All right. I think it's better now. We really want to appreciate everybody here present. Being the very first one in the series we'll be coming up with. And as you can see, other advantages here we can always tap into them. My candid advice has to do with the current situation we find ourselves concerning the pandemic, of which packaging has a lot of role to play. And with the membership and the membership drive now, you definitely see that we coming together, we are definitely going to have a lot to share in common. In our subsequent series too, I really implore us all to please, let's come up and so that we can see what we can all do together. That's our own part. I'll call this a national assignment. This is our own part of contribution to the national assignment in terms of adding to the quality of life and making work easier, especially the entrepreneurs of this world who may not necessarily have all it takes to come up with big equipment in for packaging. But whatever idea we have, you can always share. And it will equally make life easier for you with most of the regulatory bodies we have, either the Standard Organization of Nigeria, NAFDAC, and some subsidiaries like the Nigeria Exports Council, and that's under Ministry of Trade and Investment. There are many things which we are doing together so as to make life easier for each and every one of us. I really want to appreciate you all, starting from our Oga, one of the members of the board of directors, Madam, our mommy packaging, we call her mommy packaging, Madam Oforala Adilabi, really want to appreciate. And Honorable Secretary, she has been up and down. She's the person at the back end there who has been making life easier for us 2 years. I'm sure she has not, have you slept since last night? I'm not too sure because I've been on her head that things, and she has been fantastic. Mr. Bakari, Mr. Arogundade, really want to appreciate. And all members here, I can see Dr. Solomon Makodiola is a very senior member in the house, Mrs. Oladumoye, Dr. Vivian, and a host of others. I never thought you people will come to this program. We hope to have you more in our subsequent bulletin. Thank you very much. May God bless you all. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Dr. Ajani. Thank you.
Thank you. Secretary, over to you.
So once again, thank you, SARS. Thank you, Ma. We have a benefit of 6 minutes, and I'm happy about that. So please, let's watch out for series 2. It promised to be a follow-on on this one, and I can assure you, you will need to refer to series 1 in series 2. So it's good to make it a date. We will distribute the information across all the channels, and we will follow up. Please remember to get back to us when you register for that grant, so that we can support further. Thank you, and God bless you. Do have a very beautiful weekend.
You too. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.
You people put on your video now, just for these few seconds now. Dr. Solomon, let's see your face. Are you there?
Please put on your video. Let's take away.
We take pictures. Everybody.
Remote selfie. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Please stay safe among the riots and the protests. Please stay safe.
Stay safe.
Thank you very much. Mrs. Kello, I can see you. Thank you very much.
Dr. Ajani, we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Please remember the email address in the chat section.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Please, Tawakat Olagbuju, we can see you. I can't hear you, Tawakat.
You can unmute
Dr. Solomon.
Thank you
for the Solomon. Quite a while.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate the lecture.
Ma?
Okay, I think I thank you.
Mr. Jelabi, we can see your face. Thank you.
Ma, thanks a lot.
Please, I would like to have the slide in my email.
I'm going to share it to everybody. Trust me, we have them
ready. It will be shared to you all.
Okay, I will appreciate that. Thanks so much.
It will be shared. Don't worry, it will be shared.
We love you.
Okay, yeah, love you, Mom. Ma.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Last boy, I can see you too. Bye. Thank you. Let's go.
Dr. Solomon, this is your face, huh?
It's just glowing.
It's just glowing.
I'm telling you. I even forgot to mention to everybody, we had 76 participants, but some were exiting as others were coming in. So that's why at times we had between 50 and 60 participants, but total individuals, 76.
That's good.
Well done, sir.
Thank you. Good effort. Effort worthwhile, yeah?
It's worth the while.
Nice to have all of you. I'm so proud of you today, honestly.
Thank you, ma'am.
I am very proud of all of you today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
I think I have to be the last man to exit, and that's why I'm waiting as the host. Wow, this is interesting. We still have a lot of persons online. Maybe we will move it to 1 hour 30 minutes or 2 hours as our people request or as we are available. I can still see Annie Dadegu, I can see Chidima Ojako, I can see a lot of persons online. Joseph Aso, Ogechi, Agbola Dowasil, thank you so much for joining. Kudra Badamosi, Gloria Ekanem, Saz Amas, Gloria Ekanem, who again, Madam Olivia Nadi, our mommy, of course. Somebody is still entering. Waiting room, I'm accepting. Please unmute your mic, Madam Olivia Nadi. I can see you are talking, but we're not hearing you. Mr. Adeyinka Olusegun Odumade joining. A minute to the end. Thank you all once again. I have to end the webinar now because a couple of persons are just joining even after an hour of its commencement. So thank you all and bye for now.